In our previous chapter, we looked at the introduction to what Forex is, and now, let us dive into what pips is all about, and this is your most important basic training in Forex. We will be looking at the following. 1. What is a pips? 2. How to calculate pips. 3. Special cases in calculating pips. 4. Take profits and stop loss. 5. How to calculate spreads. Now, what is pips? I'm sure you have been hearing of pips a lot, but you may not know the proper definition. Anyway, let's define pips. Pips are defined as the unit of measurement. Simple. But that's not all. Just like the unit of length is cm, inches, etc. The unit of measurement to express the change in value between two currencies is called pip. How do we calculate pips? Before we dive into how to calculate pips, let's firstly understand how pips are counted. In the image above, you will see two blue numbers. Let us focus on just one of the numbers. Let us use 1.769994. This number right here is called a price. It means that 1 GBP after 1.76994 AUD. It means that if I have 200 GBP and I want to convert it to AUD, I will multiply 200 by 1.76994 to get my price in AUD. Moving on, look back at the image. You will notice that the last number, which is 4, is a superscript. That number is called a pipette. It is known to be 1/10 of a pip. This means that 10 pipette makes 1 pip, but let us ignore it as we always ignore it. When calculating pips, we only take into consideration the number after the pipette for all currency pairs. This means that when calculating pips, we start from the 4th decimal place. In this case, we are starting from the number 9 in the image above. So let us say I place a trade on GBP-OD pair and it moved 1 pip. The current value will be 1.7699 plus 0.001 or 1.7700. If it was 10 pips, the current value will be 1.7699 plus 0.010, 1.7709. If it was 100 pips, the value will be 1.7699 plus 0.0100 over 1.7799. In other words, if you are counting pips, start counting from 4th decimal place on a currency pair and not the pipette. Many so-called gurus do not even know this, so it is important to note this. Down special cases in pips. I want to let you know that there are many special cases out there that do not follow the 4th decimal rule. Example of such special case as is the USD-JPY, AUD-JPY. In fact, all JPY pairs. Why is this? This is because one USD has 104 JPY, one AUD has 78 JPY, and so on. Therefore, calculating this will be different. Look at the image above. Let us select the 78.39 price. You will notice the pipette value, which is number 8. When you want to calculate the pips, in this case, you will start from the number after the pipette value, which is 9. So let us assume we go long on this pair from a starting price of 78.39, and it moves 20 pips. The current value will be 78.39 plus 0.20, 78.59. Let us assume it moved 1 pip. The current value will be 78.39, plus 0.01, 78.40. Another special case is the XAUUSD. This case used to be very difficult for me too. I had to understand how to calculate it on my own. And I also discovered that ZUSD is a very fast-moving pair. It can go up to 1,000 pips in a day. This means it can make you money fast, and it can make you burn money fast too. And also, the market is very volatile, so when trading gold, one should be careful. 1 minute you could be in 200 pips in profit, another minute you could be in 300 pips in loss. Okay, let's move on and see how we can calculate this. From the image above, it shows that gold, XAUSD, does not have any pipette. So what should we do? Very simple. Take the last value as your pipette. And in this case, the last number is 0. This means in this number, 1828.50. 0 is the pipette, and 5 is where we will start counting our pips. Let us take an example. Let us assume that XAUSD moved 10 pips. The current value will be 1828.5 plus 0.0, 1829.5. If it moved 100 pips, the current value will be 1828.5 plus 0.10, so 1838.5. Now that you have learnt this method, I want to share my own secret on how I never forget how to calculate it. This is how I do it. Firstly, I will remove the decimal point and my assumed pipette. This means my number will just be 18,285. And then I will add the pips to it. That will give us 18,285 plus 10, 18,295. And then I will later put back my decimal point. That is 1829.5. I know you may not be 100% clear, but trust me, when you begin to trade consistently, you will know how to calculate them. As long as you grab this concept, you are good to go. Take profits and stop losses. Take profit is an order you give or set with your Forex app that tells your broker to close the trade when the price gets to a particular point, especially if it's in profit. The short form is TP, and stop loss is an order you give your broker that tells the broker to stop your loss at a particular price. The short form is SL. Setting TP and SL is the best because it helped me master my trading psychology and have a patient mindset. And it is also very good for people that do not have time to keep looking at charts day and night. Personally, I don't watch charts for too long. Tips to help you in setting your TP and SL. I would love to mention every tip here, but most of the tips will be irrelevant because you will not understand why I will say one thing or the other. So later in this course, we will learn the tips properly. I just want you to note that we use pip values to get our TP or SL. We don't just go about putting any value as the TP or SL. What we do is that we measure TPs and SLs on the charts, and then we calculate the TP and the SL levels. Then we add and subtract to get our TP and SL values. This usually helps to properly define your risks and reward. This is why it's important that you understand the calculation of pips. Here are some important tips to follow while calculating pips. 1. Never be too greedy by setting your TP too far. 2. Never set your stop loss too far or too near the entry. 3. Understand the currency pair you're trading with and understand its average daily pip range. 4. Only modify your SL close to the entry if and only if the price is already quite far away from your entry. These are just risk management measures that will help you in minimizing your losses. We will talk more on risk management later in this course. Steps on how to modify your stop loss. 1. Hold on to the currency pair you want to modify. 2. Click on Modify. 3. Change the stop loss value. Check this video how to calculate spreads. When you are on your Quotes tab in your MT4, you will see a list of currency pairs and their spread values. Now, this is what happens when you place a trade. In the image above, GBP-AUD pair, the spread there shows 22. This means that it has a 2-pip spread. How do I know? Simple. I just removed the last number and threw it into the dustbin, and I chose 2 as my spread. But the correct way to get it is by putting a decimal point before the last number. This means that my spread isn't actually 2 pips, but my spread is actually 2.2 pips. And why are spreads so important? Very good question. When placing a trade, remember, I said that your trade will be in automatic loss. This means that you bought it at the bid price, but your current price is at the ask price, and remember I said that the difference between them is the spread. Relax. I know you are getting confused. Let me break it down. When you place a trade, you will see a green dotted line above the current price showing that you bought this currency pair at this price. That is the bid price right there. Use a demo account to place any random trade to see what I'm talking about. Moving on. After placing a trade, before your trade moves to a profit position, it must have gone above the spread. In this case, it must have gone above 2.2 pips over the current price. You will understand more when you keep placing trades. This is why practicing is the best way to master all you have been taught in Forex. Now let us look at lot sizes. What is lot size? In the Forex market, a 20-pip movement can give someone $2,000, and that same 20 pips will give someone else just $2. This is what lot sizes are about. Lot sizes are what makes a trader earn an amount depending on the number of pips moved. Lot size is simply defined as the quantity of trade bought or sold. I do not want to bother you with the whole story of what lot sizes are about, but I just want you to know the types of lot sizes. There are 3 major types of lot sizes. 1. Standard lot. 2. Mini lots. 3. Micro lots. All you need to know is that a standard lot is represented by MT4 as 1.0 lot. Mini lots are represented as 0.1 lot. Micro lots are represented as 0.01 lot. So how can I convert a lot size into money? For standard lot size, 1 pip equals $10. That is for 1 lot size. For mini lot, size 1 pip equals $1. That is for 0.1 lot size. For micro lot size 1, pip equals 0.1, that is for 0.01 lot size. It is important to understand this before you begin to trade. It will help you define your risk management. I want you to note that you can use any lot size you feel like using as long as your margin is enough to carry the lot size. For instance, you can choose to use a 1.23 lot size, 2348 lot size, 0.92 lot size. As long as your margin is enough to accommodate the lot size, then it will work. If you have forgotten what margin is about, then you may need to go back to Chapter 1, where I talked about margin. All you need to know is that when it comes to converting lot sizes to money, you just need to multiply the lot size you are using by $10. For example, if you use a 3.31 lot size, the value per pip will be 33.1 per pip. That is 3.31 lot x $10 equals 33.1. Now what is leverage? I look at leverage as the ability to use something small to buy something big. To trade the Forex market, you cannot do it without leverage. If, at all, you are trading without leverage, you should be using a huge chunk of cash, just like the banks. This means that you should be using a lot of money to trade Forex without leverage. If you don't have a huge chunk of cash, then you will need a broker. This is where brokers come in. What a broker does is that they give you leverage so that you can trade the market with your little capital. And trust me, any capital that is not in millions or billions of dollars cannot trade Forex without leverage because your gains will be extremely small. This is why retail Forex trading in the olden days wasn't possible because brokers were not really in existence back then. Okay, so let us define leverage. Leverage is the amount of money that is given to you by your broker to access the Forex market. Everybody that gets leverage from a broker is officially a retail Forex trader. You will get to understand leverage better as we go on. How do you calculate leverage? When it's time for you to open a Forex account and start trading live or even demo trading, you would be asked to choose a leverage. You will see things like 1-500, 1-1, 1-100, and so on. Let us say we choose 1-500, for instance. This means that for every $1 in your account, you will be given $500 to trade with by your broker. That means if you have $1,000 in your account and you select a 1-500 leverage, this means you have $500,000 to trade. Note this. Note this also. The higher the leverage, the higher the margin. What do I mean? I mean that if I use 1-500 leverage and you use 1-2,000 leverage, you will be able to take higher risks than me. It also means you will be able to place more trades at a time than me. For instance, most 1-500 leverage can only allow you to place a trade using a maximum of 0.05 lot size on a $100 account. But a 1.2000 leverage can allow you to place a trade using a maximum of 1 lot size on a $100 account at a time. This means someone with a 1.2000 leverage account can take higher risk and get higher rewards than you, who uses a 1,500 leverage to trade. Like I said earlier, you cannot carry $100 and enter into the Forex market just like that. That money will never be enough. This is why brokers are being used. Brokers will give you leverage, and then with the given leverage, you can trade Forex. Let us look at the concept of over-leveraging. I was supposed to discuss this before discussing why you must leverage, but it's not important anyway. Over-leveraging is what many Forex traders do these days. Forex traders use big lot sizes because their brokers have lent them enough money to use such lot sizes. They will take a trade using 1 lot size on a $5 account and it will work because their broker has given them a lot of leverage. Okay, maybe I exaggerated the $5 thing a little bit, but the 5 example is what we call over-leveraging. Over-leveraging is the act of using your small money to buy a currency pair using a very large lot size that can easily wipe out your account. When you see people turning their $10 to $1,000 in one day, there is no other way they would have some except they over-leveraged. And over-leveraging is what I call gambling. It is no longer called investing when you begin to over-leverage. It's called gambling. Sometimes it works out well and you will be happy and post your sweet profits and tell the world that you are Forex is a get-rich-quick scheme and people will believe you because it is real. But please, please, and please, I want to advise you not to try this in the beginning stage of your trading career. There are 2 types of people that do this over-leveraging thing. The first type of people that over-leverage are the skilled Forex traders that just want to have fun with money and don't care if they lose it all. The second type of people that over-leverage are desperate people who are reckless and have little or no knowledge on how Forex works and blow their account due to recklessness. Or they trade due to pressure. If you are not ready to have fun and lose money, don't try over-leveraging. Between these 2 types of people, the type that you should be is the first type, but before you try to be this type of person, make sure you have practiced and practiced consistently, diligently, and righteously for about 3-5 months using risk management. I will never advise you to try it, but I know it will come to mind and you will try it. So all I can do as your mentor is to advise you just in case you decide to try it later in future. Misconceptions about leveraging and brokers. In this industry, people who don't understand Forex in depth say a lot of wrong things and impose their wrong ideas on others, which is why this industry is filled with unwise traders who just assume and say anything they feel like. I just want to clear something up and let you know some things about brokers and leverage and what people say about them that are not true. 1. People say if you use high leverage, you will lose a lot. This is a lie. 2. People will say brokers that offer high leverage want to scam you. Also a lie. 3. People will say when you lose a trade, it becomes your broker's money, and when you win a trade, your broker will lose money. This is also another lie. Let me explain how brokers make their profits. Brokers make their profits from 4 things. 1. Spreads. 2. Charges for lot size, used. 3. Swap charges. 4. Taxes. How brokers make money through spreads? Good question. Remember, I said something about you losing automatically when you place a trade, and then you have to wait for the trade to move some pips before you start seeing profits. This is one of the ways brokers make money. So when you place a trade and target 20 pips, and your trade hits 20 pips, and your money is supposed to be $20, but your money cannot be $20 all the time. Why? Because of the spread. Let me give an example. Let us say you place a trade on that same GBP-AUD pair and the spread is 22, which means that your broker will charge you a spread of 2.2 pips on that trade. If your trade hits TP of 20 pips, you make $20, your broker will take 2.2 as their spread charge, meaning that your profit isn't $20, your profit will be 17.8. But this money will be deducted from your account immediately you place your trade and not after the trade is closed. So this explains why your trade will be on an automatic loss immediately. It just simply means your broker has charged their spread value, and this spread value varies with your lot size because they are charging spreads in pips and not in fixed amounts. The second question is, how do brokers make money through your lot size? It is not rocket science. If you look at this image here, you will see charges. This is what is called charges for lot size used. Every broker has how much they charge for every lot size you use. A broker could charge you $5 for using 1.0 lot size, and another could charge you just $2 for using the same 1.0 lot size. When selecting a broker, it is advisable to check for how much they charge per lot size, so you can know before using the broker to trade. And these charges are deducted on every trade you place according to the lot sizes. This is how they make money from charges for lot sizes used. How do brokers make money from swap charges? Swap charges are charges that brokers take for you to leave your trade running over the night. They charge this fee every 11 p.m. with reference to the London time or around that time. So whether you take your trade by 10:59 p.m. or as early as 1 a.m., your swap will be charged at the same time. Please note this. Another thing to note is that the swap is charged every weekday and not during weekends. Swap charges are also dependent on your broker, so do you research before choosing a broker? Choose a broker that fits you perfectly. There will be brokers with high swap charges and low spread charges, and there will be brokers with low swap charges and low leverage. Choose wisely. Lastly, your broker could make money from you by taking tax charges. Fortunately for me, my own broker doesn't charge taxes, so maybe not all brokers deduct tax charges. So in conclusion, your Forex broker does not steal from you unless you are using an unregulated broker. Don't worry about this for now. Your Forex broker will make money whether you win or you lose. These 4 ways are the only ways that your broker makes money from you. Aside other fees like withdrawal deposit fees, of course. When you make money from the Forex market and not from your broker. When you lose money to the Forex market and not to your broker. Since my broker borrows me money, does that also mean they lose when I lose too? The answer is no. That's what a margin is for. If you remember what I taught you about the margin, I told you that a margin is the portion of your account that your broker will take from you and hold until your trade is closed. So when you place a trade and you use one lot size, which means you are trading at $10 per pip, you are not actually trading with $10 per pip. You are trading with 100,000 units of the base currency. Don't stress your thoughts on this. My last statement. Just know that when you lose your margin, your broker will automatically close the trade and secure their own money, the money they borrowed you. So when you lose, your broker doesn't lose. That will be all for this chapter. In our next chapter, we will be looking at what a broker is all about and 6 things to consider when choosing a broker. See you in the next chapter.